Morocco and
agreements
Israel
that facilitated joint military exercises and increased your business ties.
Good afternoon in Morocco and in Israel. Good morning in the United States of America. I am David Green, the Chargé d'Affaires ad interim of the U.S. diplomatic mission to Morocco. I would like to welcome all of you, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, members of the public, to this celebration of the one-year anniversary of the tripartite Morocco-U.S.-Israel Joint Declaration of December 22nd of 2020. It is an honor for me to be here and to help facilitate this event. Unfortunately, Secretary of State Blinken was unable to join in person due to his travel schedule. Instead, he has recorded the following video to mark this important date.
On behalf of the United States, I'm delighted to offer my congratulations to the governments and people of Morocco and Israel on the one-year anniversary of your normalization of relations. It was a diplomatic achievement that reflected your mutual commitment to enter a new era, one of greater peace, stability, opportunity, and understanding. In the years since you signed the joint declaration, you've established direct travel between your countries for the first time in decades, nearly 10 direct flights a week, up from 0 a year ago. You signed agreements that facilitated joint military exercises and increased your business ties. A new Morocco-Israel Business Council has helped create more than 30 partnerships across the tech, agriculture, water, textiles, health, and renewable energy sectors. Discussions are underway to collaborate on desalination projects and to create student exchanges on environmental sustainability. And your two countries have deepened cultural ties, so the 1 million Israelis of Moroccan descent can reconnect with their roots, and young athletes in Morocco and Israel can train together. These steps aren't positive only for Israel and Morocco. They're also positive for the region as a whole. We want to widen the circle of peaceful diplomacy further. You're showing other countries what normalization makes possible, how it makes it easier for countries to discuss shared goals and areas of disagreement openly and constructively, pursue opportunities for your mutual benefit, and bring your people together in friendship. That's why the United States is committed to supporting and expanding the Abraham Accords. We look forward to seeing your liaison offices becoming embassies in the near future. We're grateful for your continued efforts to deepen and strengthen the bond between two great partners and friends of the United States. And we're committed to continuing our work together to build a more peaceful and prosperous region. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention. Let me now introduce His Excellency, Mr. Yair Lapid, Alternate Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Israel.
Hello. I see only friends on the screen opposite me. We are celebrating a year of renewed peace between old friends. The connection between our peoples is deep, and now the connection between our countries is growing stronger than ever and every day. The Jewish people and the Moroccan people have a shared history. Jews helped to shape Morocco. Morocco helped to shape the Jewish people. Today we are building closer people-to-people connection, stronger business-to-business connection, and deeper strategic cooperation. My visit to Morocco was one of the highlights of my time as foreign minister. I look forward to welcoming you, my friend, Minister Bوريطة, to Israel as soon as possible. This coming near, we need to keep on building and keep finding new initiatives and keep strengthening the bilateral and regional ties between us. It's not enough for Mr. Bوريطة that we'll talk over our cell phones in the middle of the night. We have to meet in person, and we have to create and build great things for our peoples. So I'm really excited about this meeting and about this opportunity to. I wish we could do it without not through Zoom, but as a direct meeting. It's time for us to hug and shake hands again. But I'm as happy as possible with this 1 year anniversary of the relationship. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Minister Lupid. And now let me introduce His Excellency, Mr. Nasser Boureita, Minister of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation, and Moroccan Expatriates of the Kingdom of Morocco.
Thank you. I see that my statement will be longer. Our commemoration today of the first anniversary of the joint trilateral declaration is not just a symbolic celebration. It is a renewal of a promise at 3 levels, which I will decline in 3 Ps. P for people, P for partnership, and P for peace. A genuine commitment to people, a concrete building of partnership, and an active engagement for peace. The first P is for people. The signing last year of the joint trilateral declaration before His Majesty King Mohammed VI was a trigger in bringing our nations even closer. It is also a trigger for strengthening the long-standing bonds that have existed between our people. We are celebrating not only a mere diplomatic event, we are celebrating a shared past, present, and future. With the United States, we are talking about a relation that is as old as the United States itself. With the Jewish community, we are talking about a component of the centuries-old Moroccan identity. In His Majesty's vision, the people are the raison d'être and the purpose of the political action. As such, people are at the heart of the joint declaration. For this declaration to be meaningful, people should remain at the very beginning and at the receiving end of our partnership. We could consider that we have succeeded when the 1 million Israelis of Moroccan origins can renew with their heritage and visit the land where their ancestors have lived in peace and harmony under the protection of the Moroccan monarchs. We could consider that we have succeeded when tourists can travel freely and easily to discover the enormous cultural potentials of our respective countries. We could consider that we have succeeded when youth can exchange among each other and business can explore new opportunities. The second P is for partnership. The trilateral declaration confirms and amplifies the vast potential for cooperation, not only between the 3 countries, but also by moving forward trilateral partnerships open to other countries and regions. As His Majesty King Mohammed VI said, and quote, "Action brings credibility to political endeavor and allow the achievement of the desired objective," end quote. In line with this royal vision, we are keen to have a partnership of action, one that is on the move, on a clear path for concrete and win-win cooperation, a partnership that touches all areas: health, education, security, economy, trade and investment, tourism, culture, agriculture, climate change, and sustainable development. So far, Morocco implemented the commitments made in the declaration. Diplomatic missions are up and running. Agreements have been signed. Official visits have been exchanged, and sectoral cooperation is on the right track. I know, Yair, there is something missing, and my promise is there. I hope to visit very soon and meet you in person directly and shake hands again, as we have done in Rabat. It is indeed our strong belief that the sea, be it the Mediterranean or the Atlantic Ocean, no longer separates our countries. It now connects them and turned into an ocean of opportunities. Dear friends, the third P is for peace. The Trilateral Declaration is foremost a message of peace and the commitment to advance it. And it is precisely how His Majesty King Mohammed VI envisioned it. By asserting the recognition of Morocco's sovereignty over its Sahara, as well as by reactivating the relation with the State of Israel, the joint declaration carries a very high message of peace. We highly value the wise decision of the United States to recognize autonomy under Moroccan sovereignty as a realistic, viable political solution under the auspices of the UN of the long-standing regional dispute over the Moroccan Sahara. On the other hand, and from day one, His Majesty King Mohammed VI foresaw the reactivation of the relation with Israel as a contribution to peace in the Middle East. In that sense, the Joint Trilateral Declaration is a valuable tool that can help more forward the case of peace in the region, improve security, and unlock new opportunities for all. Morocco, as a historic bridge builder and credible actor of peace and stability, is firmly committed to help achieving a lasting peace in this region. Under the guidance of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, the Kingdom will continue its endeavor in supporting a just, lasting, and equitable peace based on the two-state solution, the State of Israel and an independent Palestinian state within the borders of 67, living side by side in security and peace. Moreover, and as chairman of Al-Quds Committee, His Majesty is calling for the preservation of the unique character of Al-Quds al-Sharif and its spiritual significance and special vocation as a city of peace. This is the meaning of the appeal by His Majesty King Mohammed VI and His Holiness Pope Francis regarding Jerusalem, Al-Quds. Dear friends, if there is one thing this year has taught us, is that peace is always worth working for. Together, we form a protective wall, shielding our common interests and values. We are pleased with the first achievements of our joint endeavor. However, we remain humble and clear-sighted too. We know that we will secure our collective successes the day we no longer have to defend it, the day the business community takes ownership of it, the day the people, and young people in particular, take over in natural and spontaneous exchange. For all these reasons, Morocco is fully recommitting itself to a future we can shape together. As I mentioned several times, sky is the limit for our partnership. In the vision of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, together, with the strength of our joint trilateral declaration, we can further push this win-win trilateral relation to the well-being and prosperity of our people and our nations. I thank you.
Okay, תפתחו לי. Thank you. This was beautiful. Can I add my 3 Ps to your 3 Ps?
Please, and there will be 6 Ps.
I would say it's a combination of the past, the present, and the ability to point towards the future. And the third part is the obligation of you and I to seek solutions to problems that might surface, and to be able to make this connection as fruitful and as speedy as possible. I'm telling you, you're lucky with this new Omicron thing. Otherwise, it'll be all over your case, not coming here last month. I mean, my deadline is like 2 days from now. So now you have an excuse, but hopefully this excuse will not last for too long.
Bye-bye, my friend. Thank you.
Bye-bye, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to their excellencies, Minister Bوريطة, Minister Lelpid, for their inspirational and optimistic words. And the United States looks forward to continuing to support this important effort. Thank you to colleagues in the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen of the press and the public for joining us today. We wish everyone happy holidays and best wishes for the new year. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you.